Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone! All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. 36.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Leopard. Hey. Four down. Watch the motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Rudolph on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First carry for James Conner. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 40 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, twisting away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Young. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone, gone.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's complete. It's Alex Collins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
second down. Here's an option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot, hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Hey. Four down. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A give to Bell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They go play action here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first and 10, Rudolph. This is complete right side to McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! We got three, fellas. We got three.
The give is to Bell, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, first and 10.
Here we go now. 3:19.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a great return up past the 40, but this one may not stand. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
This is Bell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Rudolph. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson forced out, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 65 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Goes underneath for Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And just shedding him off there. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, That ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Thomas. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They'll go again with Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No, check. Patriot!
Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Bell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Rudolph. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so it was not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.